Hi Gardeneers, welcome to another garden interview. I'm here today with Monokino. Garden interviews where you get to know our artists. So, first things first, I like to ask our artists their artist name. What is Monokino and how did you come up with that name?
Well, yeah, it's a made-up name. It's not a real word. Monokini is a real word, but I didn't really like it, so I wanted to have a name with a lot of, like, you have like 3 O's, right? Monokino. And it looks nice. It sounds a little bit Japanese. It's like a mixture of kimono and mono. And actually, recently I started to make music more like on my own with a lot of visuals. So it also comes in handy, like this name Monokino. So yeah, kino means cinema in German. So it's like a combination of the visual aspect of live shows comes back in the name actually, but in general it looked kind of nice. So, and once you start off with a band name, it's really hard to change later on in your career. So I'm happy about it. There were moments like maybe I should change, but no.
Yeah, so you always kept the same one because you started playing music. I know your first album dates from 2009.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So ever since, you've always kept the same name.
Yeah.
And no regrets.
No regrets. No.
Okay, awesome.
No, yeah.
You're Dutch, right?
I'm Dutch.
Fully Dutch.
Yeah.
But you're also based between Amsterdam and Shanghai. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I lived in Shanghai for a while. Yeah, I lived in China for a while. Yeah.
Any specific decisions with that? Was it for work or because of the culture?
Well, Monokino started with I used to play together with a Chinese keyboard player. And after a while, I also got like opportunities in Shanghai and in China to work for other musicians as well. So when I was offered like an art residency in Shanghai, I moved to Shanghai, and I wanted to stay there after the residency was over. And then I got into another project, writing songs for a Chinese musician. So I lived in Shanghai, Nanjing, and Beijing. Yeah, until like when COVID started, it was really hard to get back to China. So there are a lot of things happened with Monokino in China.
Yeah. Okay. And did you pick up any Mandarin or Chinese?
Yeah, that's a pity. Yeah, because everybody asks me. I can sing one Chinese song. It's one of my favorite songs, Gama Lu Sai He Fang. But everybody starts laughing when I start to sing it. Although if I perform in China, they kind of like it when I sing in Chinese. But my Chinese is not. Yeah, I can sing 2 Chinese songs. That's it. Yeah, Mandarin Chinese is so difficult.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, because it's all with the sounds and the specific sounds with the same word, but it's the intonation that changes.
Yeah. And I thought like if you would live there, you would pick it up. But actually, then you start speaking more English actually, because a lot of people that you meet are also expats or English people that don't speak Chinese. So yeah. No, it's a pity. Yeah. I want to learn, but don't have enough time.
Yeah. Did you have any artist residency here in the Netherlands, or was it just in China?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, yeah. And how was it to work? So I guess you were part of the Chinese music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that much different from the music industry here in the Netherlands, or not really?
Well, nowadays a lot of things are sort of the same when it comes to the commercial aspects of the music industry. But when I started to play and tour in China, things were different. Yeah, because pop music is relatively new in China also, so people didn't know a lot, and also the music itself is different. Pop music, you could be very big in China, but not so big in the Western world.
Yeah.
So people, they pick certain bands that they like, or musicians. It's not like, it's totally different from here actually. The music industry itself also,
And if you would have to choose a preferred industry between these 2 countries, which one would you choose? If there is a preference.
Yeah, music industry is also very complicated because it's so. There's a lot of aspects involved, right?
Yeah.
Well, I do like it. Like I was in Beijing and in Qingdao a couple of months ago, and then they asked me to perform in Qingdao, and it was a beach concert, and things were like organized in a couple of weeks. They did like the whole sound system. They placed it on a beach in Qingdao, and a movie screen. So I performed in front of a screen, and the way they organize things. Yeah, if they're really into doing something together with you, that could be very quick. So I prefer that than like spending years asking for permits and stuff like that, or years of arranging, months of arranging for a show. That doesn't really happen over there, because people also know, yeah, maybe the show is not going to happen. So because the politics over there are completely different, they could shut down venues or cancel shows as well. So that aspect I really like, but nowadays it's very, very difficult for foreign artists to perform in China. So that sucks basically.
That's something as well. I'm quite curious. It might come as well from my own ignorance as well. But so with China being a communist country, I'm just wondering as well how it is the distribution of music between artists. Do you have any input in that? Because, so I presume, since it is a communist country, and they share all of the things, so how does it work when it comes to distribution in music and monetization and things like that? Is there a different way of how it works here in the Western world, or not really?
Because it's an industry, I think in this sense it's like China is not a communist country, it's more capitalist than over here. So that's when it's about money or monetization or like
because they have all their own platforms now, NetEase and stuff.
Yeah, so exactly. The Chinese Spotify and YouTube's. They all have these platforms.
Yeah. So you're as well involved with these platforms, I presume, because you have a following in Asia.
Well, the first two albums were released in China, also on a Chinese record company, and they invited us for festival shows as well. And but now I just got back from China. Things changed quite. They changed a lot since after COVID. So nowadays things are a little bit different. But I'm involved. You can find me in China.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a huge. It's an adventure, and it was never my plan to be doing stuff there. But once you get started, it's like. It's also a nice experience.
Got to take the opportunity as well. Yeah. Tell us about your musical influences with music, lyrics. What inspires you to write your music?
Yeah, it's a difficult question. Because, I could name some bands that I like, but I was thinking about that recently, actually.
Because your sound is very...
Yeah, you could say
all over.
New wave or pop music, a little bit 80s, stuff like that. But when you think about it, then I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson as a child. And... Queen, actually, and now when I analyze my songs, I hear a couple of things that I probably took from them unconsciously. Like as a kid, you listen to a lot of music. Probably it gets into your music, and later as you grow older, you get into all these bands and indie music and new wave, and you become big fans of certain bands. But I think what you listen to as a kid is quite influences you a lot. Although I could. Probably, I would say I really am a big fan of David Bowie, and you could say that's music that I listen to a lot. But if I'm honest, I think I have to go back to when I was a child and listen to music that's not necessarily you wouldn't connect Michael Jackson to my kind of music, I guess.
Yeah. And since you've been now in the industry for quite a while, how would you describe your own music evolution? Well,
I the first two albums, I was very ambitious, and then I got into a lot of other projects from like 2015 on. So for a couple of years, I didn't really release or think about releasing music again until 2020, I think, when everybody was really bored because of the COVID period. I started to release songs again, and people were like, "Oh, finally, there's new music." So then I got ambitious and excited again. So I think the last couple of years were good, and I really want to finish my third album.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a release date?
No, I
mind
keep on
already or
changing.
not?
I
Yeah.
actually have like 2 or 3 versions of the album already, and I work with different producers as well. It costs me a lot of money, but I was never satisfied, and now I got really into producing myself. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
there's no deadline. Well, I should have a deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. So I guess you're also self-managed then. You don't have
Now
a...
I can release my own songs, and I ask label the label to publish it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you were with the label
Yeah,
beforehand,
Modern
and you
Sky,
still are.
and the first
Yeah.
album was released on a Dutch label, and the second one an American and Dutch label as well.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So now, yeah, you're hoping to be a bit more independent with that and produce your own things and stuff.
Yeah, I think nowadays you have to also do more on your own, and there's so many bands suddenly also, and so
Yeah.
many music out there that you have to do a lot
Yeah,
on your own.
but I
yeah.
guess as well you can have your own freedom with that, because if you're with the label, sometimes you can be a bit limited to...
That's the good thing.
What?
Yeah, that's a good thing. If you're with a label, it also has some aspects that could be positive, but in this way, yeah, you're right. Yes.
Okay. And what is your favorite produced song and why? Out of all of your songs that
My
you've
own
released so far.
songs?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Difficult question. because actually, when I produce a song or finish a song and it's out there, then I never listen to it again.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've realized there's 2 types of artists. Either it's an artist that releases a song and they're really proud of it and they don't mind listening to it, or there's the other spectrum where it's like they release, it's like I don't want to listen to myself
Yeah,
anymore.
because you also play them live, of course. So no, I don't really. Well, the last song, "No Return," I think that's well produced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the song we mentioned earlier. That's sang in or that was. Yeah, that's the Mandarin Chinese song.
Okay.
I like that one, and the song called "Baby." I'm trying out different styles. It's more like a rock song. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm still I still like rock music also a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is your favorite song to perform and why?
Wow. It used to be New Kid, and I think by now it's like a new song. It's not released yet, actually. The first song that we're gonna play tonight.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Looking forward to hear that. Where do you find inspiration for your songs and producing?
Where do I find my inspiration? It's like...
Everyday life, or...
Good that you say that. Probably everyday life. Yeah. Well, I'm not the type that when you sit down and I don't have any inspiration, I just get started, and if it doesn't work out, then I just don't write or produce anymore. So I couldn't find my inspiration from everything. The songs are also like a puzzle. If you put this element of a song there, then it changes, and then you come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
And then maybe you think, it sounds like this song, then you start searching for that song online, and then, it could be quite chaotic, like where do I get this from, where do I get it? I don't really know, but I think everyday life, and and movies, soundtracks, other bands, musicians,
Yeah. Nice. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
Yeah, you ask really good questions. What did you want to be when you were a kid? Do you know? Like a lot of kids would say, I want to be a policeman. Or
there's a lot of that. I wanted to be a firefighter or a painter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My father was a decorator for shopping windows. He did decoration. He always said, I want to be that as well, but it's not true. So what did I want to be as a kid? Oh, there was a period I really wanted to be Freddie Mercury. No, I don't. No, I never. Also, because later, when you go to high school and university, I still didn't know what I wanted to be.
Yeah, it always changes.
Yeah.
What did you study in high school and university?
Media studies at the University of Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And then I did an exchange year. I moved to Hamburg. That's actually where I started Monokino.
Okay.
Together with a couple of German musicians.
Yeah. Okay. So Kino, yeah, makes sense. It's
Yeah.
with the German
Yeah.
influence.
Also, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so you're working on a new album that's going to be released soon.
Yeah.
Will you be also doing any new tours, shows alongside with that? What are your future projects looking like?
Yeah. So now China is reopening a little bit more, although it's still hard for foreign acts to perform in China. A lot of regulations, and you have to go through a lot of documents, and the visa is also complicated. But I'm planning to go to do more shows there, and we're also trying to organize that. And whatever comes in Holland, I will also do it, and I'm looking forward for this show as well. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And before I move on to the fast-paced questions, it's a difficult one, but I want you to tell me one word that would best describe Monokino.
Fucking hell. That's not the word, huh? One word. I don't know. Yeah. I want to say, because I put a lot of emotions into it, and I really like songwriting and producing, so it's like, it's my way to express if I want to go into a deep...
so you could say expression.
I want to say complicated.
Yeah, as well.
It's just complex. Complex.
Yeah, complex.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, what did other bands say? Catchy or?
Depends. Yeah, some would say. Yeah, there's quite a bit who would say complex or chaotic.
Okay.
Or others who would like mystical. Yeah.
Yeah. Energetic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think complex is good.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Fast-paced questions. What's your favorite season?
I think it's. I want to say autumn, but now it's really sort of... Is it already autumn? No, not yet. Huh?
Not yet. We're slowly...
But it's quite hot, so... no, I will say spring then.
Spring.
Yeah.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Coffee, definitely. Yeah.
Night owl or early bird?
Night owl.
Your favorite dish?
Well, there is... Hong Shao roll, it's called. It's a Chinese dish. Yeah, okay. I really like that. Yeah.
Sweet or salt?
With salt.
City or countryside?
City, definitely. Yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
And producing or performing?
Oh.
Like producing as well. I mean,
I really like performing,
writing.
but I always get very nervous, so I think producing right now.
Producing. Yeah. Okay, nice. Well, that's everything I have for you today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Thank you for this interview.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone
for
watching.
For people.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to rewatch Monokino's live stream. And you can support us as well by buying merch or give us donations. Know that 50% of donation will go to Monokino as well. So yeah, well, thanks for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.